everybody. I'm finishing chewing food, so I want to sound funny for the next few seconds. Hold on, let me sip.
Classy.
At least it's not noisy food. So
No, it's not. It's a chicken with guacamole burrito. So it's just like sometimes we'll talk when I have like ice in my mouth. I don't know if you guys eat ice, but I like
yeah.
I have the ice stick around after I'm finished with the soda. It's kind of like this. I don't know, walk around with ice. It's something to do. And I'll be talking to
I'll
people. I'll
crunch
be like,
I'll do it. I dig it.
talking with food in your mouth is gross. Talking with ice in your mouth is just kind of funny.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's even worse after you've had a bunch of ice and you've been eating it and it's been in your mouth, and then you try to talk. It's like
You're like
your tongue's like have no control over it.
yeah. I kind of like that though. I kind of like sounding like an idiot. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
But we all do that every week.
I sound like an idiot. Yeah, I said last week that, or maybe in the last couple weeks, I said that I wasn't gonna watch movies anymore, but I ended up watching some movies this week, and I enjoyed every single one of them. One more than all the rest. But I ended up checking out a movie. I think I got it from like Instagram. I just saw like on Instagram. Sometimes, honestly, Instagram Reels aren't so bad because they introduce you to like something that you've never seen before, like a movie or a TV show, and it ends up being like just kind of a lost thing. So I saw this clip. It was Justin Long, and he was like a dude with a mullet, and he was like picking on these kids who were like LARPing out in the yard with like those big fake weapons. And I watched that movie. Apparently, it was like some of the people who did Napoleon Dynamite. The movie is called The Sasquatch Gang, and it's just about like they're trying to find or they think they have like Sasquatch evidence because there's like droppings and stuff. And there's not really much to explain in the movie, but it's actually pretty funny. If you like Napoleon Dynamite, you'd probably like this. It's not as good, but it's still entertaining. And there was this guy in it, and he looked older than like the kids. They're like teenagers, and there was this guy who like fat guy who was hanging out with them, and he's like living with his grandma and stuff. And I'm like, this guy's really funny. And so the fucking YouTube algorithm led me to another free movie starring this fat guy. The movie is called American Fork, or no, sorry, the movie is called Humble Pie, and it says sometimes called American Fork. I really wasn't sure what the deal with that is. But if you see this guy from Humble Pie, he looked kind of like Dan Schneider. Like he looks exactly like Dan Schneider. That's just a movie about a fat guy who works at a who works at a grocery store, and then he takes like acting classes, and it's just one of these like comedy drama movies. I don't know about you guys, but those are some of my favorite movies. These like kind of dull, droll, like comedy dramas.
Those like slice of life type of
Yeah,
things.
like slice of life stuff. I really enjoy that. It like I don't know, it puts me in their shoes sort of. I'm like, yeah, I can relate to that fat guy.
That's me.
That's me. I'm that fat guy. Oh, I also saw a movie with the GOAT Ryan Gosling from 2012. A movie called Place Beyond the Pines. You guys ever seen that?
Oh, that sounds familiar. I haven't seen it, but
Nope.
I don't know how long it was. It felt like it was 3 movies because it's in 3 parts.
it's 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay, I knew it was long. It was a long movie, but it was worth it.
Bradley
I like.
Cooper, Ray Liotta, Eva
Yeah,
Mendes.
you got a lot of big names here. You got Eva Mendes. Yeah.
I am
Sure.
a fan of Ryan Gosling after he was in Blade Runner 2049.
I've still
that
never
movie was
seen
fantastic.
either Blade Runner movie. I'm gonna have to do that at some point because I don't know. Fred always hypes it up.
That's
It's like,
Fred's
it's my
favorite movie.
I know.
You know what? And most people find them boring, but I tend to like boring movies. Like I look at my two favorite movies, Blade Runner and the 1970s version of Nosferatu, which is very long and very pretty, but most people can't stand it.
I fell asleep when I was watching it last time,
Good stuff.
and and honestly, I think when I tried to watch Blade Runner at nighttime after work, or something, I fell asleep.
But it's so like ambient and like Whenever I watch Blade Runner, I feel like I'm watching a past life. It's so bizarre. Like, it's just a crazy, weird feeling of nostalgia
I've
for
been watching.
something I've never lived through.
I've been listening to a lot of like '90s ambient music, so maybe I've got a little bit of more of a little more patience for something like that because I do want to watch Blade Runner and I do want to like it. I also want to watch Dune, the original one, because I want to like that.
I want to watch the
Despite
new
Marco
ones.
kind
I
of
heard they're really good.
like brutalizing it for me.
Yeah.
Dune is the best.
You're not.
Oh wow, that's not nice. Yeah, have you ever seen Drive, Fred? Ryan Gosling?
Yes.
I like
That's
that.
one where he... spoiler alert. That's the one where he gets shot at the end, right? And drives away bleeding.
Yes. I
Yeah,
think you
okay.
just spoiled it for Paul, but that's okay.
Oh, sorry, Paul. I thought you had seen it.
That's okay. He's gonna watch it anyways.
Or is that the ending?
Dude, it really kind of the ending honestly doesn't matter. It's like everything else is the good stuff. To be quite honest, it's almost like Better Call Saul. It's like you know the ending, but you're kind of getting the lore in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to like spoilers in that case. Kind of see how it unravels.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, watch Drive if you've never seen it. You haven't seen that, right, Paul? You've heard me and Little Vince talk. Weirdly enough, Little Vince is also a Ryan Gosling head.
Yeah, I could tell.
He also said the goat.
The goat.
Yeah, the goat. Yeah, dude. This I really kind of don't want to give away much about Place Beyond the Pines, but holy smokes, it's really really good. It was so good that I had to watch the first part of the 3 parts of the movie again to kind of like. I wanted to put myself in Ryan Gosling's shoes. I want to be Ryan Gosling. I mean, who doesn't? I remember on Nick's show he was talking to somebody who's super Chad, and he's like, you are not Ryan Gosling in Drive because you are a chud. You are a chud. Kind of funny. Yeah, that movie was awesome. Don't want to spoil it, but just watch it, dude. Place Beyond the Pines. Couldn't recommend it more. Best movie I've seen in a long time. Like incredible. There was a scene. I didn't give it anything away. I recorded my TV. I recorded the TV, the scene when he's like with his partner and he's like dancing around. He has the dog. I don't know if you saw that. He's like shaking the dog around, and like Bruce Springsteen Dancing in the Dark is playing. I usually don't like Springsteen, but right there I felt like that was a really, I don't know, man. That scene did something for me. I felt like I was there.
That was you and Dean?
Yeah, that's what Trevor said. Because he says, you and Dean? I said, I wish.
Oh, when we shave our heads, you can go blonde after.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I did that during Miss because of a lost bet.
I'm like I said the other night, I was bitching about drinking too much. So I'm like, I would have been drinking tonight, but I'm like, you know what? Perseverance. I know Paul's already been on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My thing is like, if I'm gonna shave my head, I want to get into shape a little bit. It's like I'm cool being a fat guy with long hair, but fat guy, shaved head, not a great look.
Yeah. Imagine.
I was telling Black Josh that. He goes, yeah, that's not a great look.
Yeah. Imagine how a comic book guy would look bald.
Who comic book guy?
From Simpsons.
Just like a fat bald guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes you look like a fucking. It makes you look British. It makes you look like you're about to eat beans on toast, dude.
Is that Hank?
Hank?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy?
No, Hank from Breaking Bad.
Oh, nah. Hank looked cool. Hank looked like vermin.
Yeah, you gotta get that. You gotta get that sweet spot where it looks cool.
Well, yeah. It's either get lean or get like heft, like upper body strength kind of look.
Beefy. Yeah.
Get beefy, but like those guys are fat. I don't really have. Well, I kind of have that. Like my mom's even like, she's like, you're not fat. You're a tank. Because I have like a big torso. Like I could take a bullet, like it'll just bounce off me.
Just gotta reinforce that.
Yeah, seriously. Oh man. But yeah, me and Josh were talking about that. He's like, yeah, that's not a good look. Well, he even said he's like, I hit 30. He's like, I looked in the mirror. He's like, what am I doing wearing tight pants?
It took him that long.
Because these metal people, like they'll continue wearing these clothes, and at some point you just look like, I don't know. It looks like that episode of Sunny when Danny DeVito has the skinny jeans. It looks like fucked up.
Yeah. Well, better late than never.
To start wearing loose clothes. Yeah.
Yes.
Seriously, just be loose. Just be old. It's just accept it, dude. It's fine.
Just be loose.
Yeah,
Be loosey goosey.
We were over there at John's recording again. We're just doing this slow, I think.
Yeah, you said you got drum tracks for one song?
We have two songs this time. So we have now, as of now, we finally have all the drum tracks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
For how many songs
I'm
are there?
gonna don't ask me that. I don't remember.
Damn, more than like 5 though.
Probably 6 or 7,
Oh, okay.
possibly 8, something like that.
Mm.
Something like that, yeah. But me and Alex had to redo the song that I wrote, which is a bit different than well, I just write different than Josh does. He's a bit more primitive, and I tried to like emulate what Unblessing does in my own style, and we had to keep going over the song, like to track it, because Alex is just playing behind, or I'm playing what he's behind him, just like for reference, and he gives me the tick tick of the sticks. And that just worked as like, I know this isn't that exciting for people, but if you are recording music, Mac once brought this point up where you want to be your own metronome. Like, you shouldn't have to play with a metronome. You should be able to keep time the entire time.
Internalize it.
Sometimes songs have like changing tempos, but this one kept the same tick tick tick, like it kept the same thing the entire time, and like we fucking nailed it. So it can be done. Just saying.
Primitive tech.
Primitive tech. Yeah, kind of. Sort of. Prim tech. Prim tech.
Can hear Julian now.
Yeah. Making memes, yeah. Yeah, when I was over there, his girlfriend's like old friend was there. He's like this guy, like this skinny guy. And I could tell right away there, I'm like, what's up with this guy? I think I met him before at the New Year's Eve thing. But he's like, hey, he's like, are you the new guy? He goes, you give me new guy vibes. I'm like, yeah, I'm the new guy. And then later he's talking to me about like food, and he's like talking about sushi or something. Like, yeah, I like sushi. I'm like, I like cooked fish better. He goes, oh, that's because you're white. And I'm like, I'm white because I like my fish cooked. He goes, dude, I'm autistic. I just blurt stuff out. I'm like, okay.
What?
Another freak.
Another freak. There's a Punisher is different than oh, listen. I thought of this earlier today. Not all freaks are Punishers, but all Punishers are freaks.
True.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So true.
You gotta say that in between Ugliness song, and then we'll just be like, true.
True. Say, hey, all you guys out there, all freaks are not Punishers, but all Punishers are freaks.
The whole band, true.
True.
It'll be like a barber quartet, true.
Oh, nice. That's like a Family Guy bit. Very good. Yeah. Last thing that happened was our friend's major crash out. You didn't see it, Paul, but you got like all the details.
Yeah, I can imagine
it. Can you?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because his new girlfriend was there that he has to like put on this. I think it was though. What would you even call that? This like
It's like alpha
weird defensive mode, because this guy is not a smart guy and he's very aggressive, so it's like an aggressive idiot. It's like not a good combination.
Good combo, yeah.
Yeah, and he just pissed me off. He was like throwing bottles and breaking bottles, and all of it was over nothing, like air. Like Robert was just there, kind of being himself, pushing buttons, and this guy's like, it was almost like he wasn't understanding the words we were saying, but there were certain trigger words that would like set him off, and then he'd like go charging. Oh, he's like, I'm gonna break your fucking jaw, dog. I think Robert called him a wigger at one point. He's like, wigger! And he goes, one more word, dude, one more word. And Robert goes, Baba Booey. And he charges at Baba Booey.
What a mop.
Yeah, pretty.
Yeah, Rob's a master.
He is the master, but this guy, dude, man, he's so easy to like make him fucking like set him off. And he's been in like Arizona. He like wanted to see me, and like he just ends up getting. Dude, if it wasn't this time, it would have been another time. Like this crash out would have happened at any point. So, yeah, it kind of pissed me off. But at least it was I don't know, something that happened, something you know. I think one of the things that he did say, I mentioned to Drew, like one of his comebacks, because almost all of them were totally retarded, but one of them in particular was, oh yeah? Well, if I squeezed you, you'll have more juice than a tomato. What? That's pretty good. But yeah, I think I know. I think that's really all I have for this week. I just watched some movies. My friend crashed out, and we recorded. And now I don't know if I announced it, but now I got a burrito next to me. I cleaned my damn room. I got all my pictures taken at work. So I'm like good to go. I like got nothing else to do but just kind of enjoy. And now I'd like to hear from you guys. What do you have to say about yourselves or about anything?
You probably had one more thing to say with
what?
Your nicknames.
Nicknames, right? What are our nicknames? Yeah. Drew Giggling. Last week it was Joe doing vocals. This time it's Drew Giggling. These are like action words that our friends had done. Yeah, me and Paul went to Drew's, and Paul doesn't really go to Drew's, but every single time he does, you know that giggling thing that he doesn't do that when you're not there. He only does that when you're there. He only does that when you're there.
Well, he was saying like it was like certain things that he was talking about with the mist recording that like got him laughing. I guess there was a song where he wrote lyrics and you were singing them. Yeah. And then there was a point where you said like I felt something, and then while you were recording and doing the vocals, I tapped him on the shoulder and said, "What were you feeling, dude? Like, or what'd you feel? Because like those are his lyrics." And he's like, "You're such a dick."
And it's like, what did I say? We were watching that fucking, what was that fucking music video? Sting? We were watching like a Sting music video. Yeah. I don't even know how I came up with, like, there was like a black guy playing the piano. I'm like, whatever happened to Angelic? You just don't see him anymore. What did I mean by that?
Yeah, delicate.
Delicate. Okay, there you go. Delicate. That can be the robot voice, which is kind of funnier because it like enhances. Paul will like sort of censor me with the robot voice, but when I say like it sounds funnier.
Yeah.
Or he'll do the demon voice, and that sounds funnier too. I think I like the demon voice. That one's really funny.
We'll see if I can do that again.
I don't even know what Drew was even giggling about. Like at some point, you just have to look at him and go and like kind of pretend to laugh, and he'll just.
Well, he was like laughing like that, and then we put him over the edge with his Home Alone laughing.
His favorite Home Alone bit, yeah. 1, 2, 10. Yeah, very funny.
Yeah, and then he went inside to eat some macaroni and go to bed, I guess, and we were just hanging out for like half an hour.
He asked the group chat, he says, "Who the fuck opened a beer and didn't take one sip and just left it on the driveway?" Well, me, obviously.
Maybe him.
No, it was me.
Oh.
I remember setting it down there. I think I was going to, like, do something, but we just left. I forgot. I forgot to put it on the ground. You know what? He goes, "Who did it? Who do you think did it?" Paul wasn't drinking. I was the only one there. I did it. I did that.
It's funny. But Fred, you got anything?
Do you got anything? Does this do anything?
You know what? Not a good week. I kind of like flaked out and watched Netflix reality show. And
which one?
It's called Battle Camp. I'm not proud of it.
You ever seen that TV show? It was a reality show. It was called what was that one? It was the Nerds. It was the Nerds from Revenge of the Nerds. They had like a TV show.
Yeah, I think I remember you showed me that.
What the fuck was that show called?
I don't know.
Revenge of the Nerds TV show. What the fuck was it called?
I got nothing.
What was it called? Either way, go ahead.
King
Fred.
of the Nerds.
King of the Nerds. There you go. That show was kind of funny. It was just autist. I always say that, like, or I've told Paul this, like, I've kind of daydreamed sometimes in the past of like having nerdy friends. I'm like, oh, that seems like it would be kind of cool. But then you meet nerds in real life, like actual nerds, and I'm like, oh fuck, never mind. This is annoying as fuck.
Yeah, it's like 10 Vinces going off at once. Can you imagine?
Well, I saw some like Instagram reel today, and it was like, it was a guy with a hentai T-shirt, and he had like a little fedora, and he had his phone over his eyes, and the phone was like emoting with these like digital eyes, and he was
No.
he was like doing that, like, you know, that thing that like, oh, that like, what do you even call that?
Like
that
the
like
word chewing thing?
the word chewing thing where they're trying to act like anime characters.
Yeah.
He's doing that,
no.
and he's like, the reason you should date a nerd, my lady, is like, we will never cheat. And he's like, and I'm like, holy shit, this is horrible. And that made me think, like, fuck, who wants to be around these people?
You'll take the Metaloids.
The Metaloids are the only ones I can really kind of relate to, because a lot of Metaloids are like animeoids as well. So, you know, I'm not like an anime connoisseur. I've seen some good ones, but you know. Anyways,
I'm like, I like the anime that I like. That's it.
me too. I
don't really
don't
hunt
like
it down
that
much.
Yeah, I've tried to in the past, but there's really almost nothing there. There's maybe like two handfuls of stuff that I like. Besides that, it's all just a bunch of like weeb nonsense. I would never. I think I could go my entire life without ever doing a Comic-Con or like, what do they call that other one? I forget what they call it. Some anime con. I could never do something like that. How horrible.
Yeah,
No.
that'd be insane.
No, I wouldn't. No,
No,
I don't think I
wouldn't
could do that. No.
But you will
Shit.
go to TrekCon with me, right, Fred?
Oh, I don't know, man. Like, I'm a diehard Trekkie, but I don't know if I could deal with others.
The Star Trek convention?
The others.
Dude, that's pretty fucked up if you think about it. If you think about fans of, like, maybe one of the only acceptable ones is like Star Wars, but a lot of the other ones are like, it's like people are into like Doctor Who, and people are into like all this stuff is kind of like fucked up. They're into like Babylon 5 and shit. It's like, dude, you're into it's what's that other one, the warrior princess, Xena princess?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Like I tried to watch Farscape. I liked it for a bit, and then I'm just like, oh god, I can't do this anymore. Because that one was kind of funny because it had like the Jim Henson puppets in it. It was what? Star Trek, but with like Jim Henson puppets.
You know, I started watching Starfleet Academy, and
I fucked up.
I'm sorry.
I'm just I fucked up with a mouthful of shit. Sorry.
You know what? I was ready to hate it, and you know what? It's surprisingly good. I'm actually really liking it.
Starship Academy.
Starfleet Academy.
Starfleet. Starship Academy's a daycare.
Probably.
That was the one you said was with Holly Hunter, right?
Yes. I just watched the 4th and 5th episodes of the season today, and yeah, they were both great. I have very few negative things to say about it.
There's a black girl in it. Has anybody apologized to her yet? It seems like all the TV shows these days are like the guy apologizing to the girl, the black girl. TV shows these days, it's all the villains are the women. Breaking Bad, you know. The villain is the woman.
Not so. The main, so there's supposed to be like a main bad guy, that's played by what's his name? Nope, it's not coming to me. He was in. Nope, I am really blanking on his fucking name. Hang on.
Starfleet Academy trailer is pure Star Trek catnip.
Paul Giamatti. That's it.
I like Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, he's in the first episode. He hasn't come back yet, but he will.
We hope.
No, she was the episode I watched today. The second one was the latest one, and that one's a major callback to Deep Space Nine, which was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Without ruining the mystery that happens at the end. Because Paul, you have not done DS9 yet, right?
No.
Okay. So this one...
Don't spoil that like Drive.
No. Wow. That was potent. No, they... I'd use Blade Runner 2049 as an example, but neither one of you seen that either. They go back and revisit the mystery of the end of the show, but don't actually answer it, just like they did in Blade Runner 2049.
The mystery of the piss on the floor.
That's the one.
Paul Giamatti. He was in some newer movie, The Holdovers. You see that?
No.
It's pretty good. I think it takes place in the 60s. There was a black woman in it, and Paul Giamatti does apologize to her. But despite that, pretty good. Watch, notice that Paul and Fred. If it's always newer shows. Not always a black woman, but it's always constant apologizing to the woman. The man is always constantly apologizing.
Well, I saw the like antithesis of that with. I watched GoldenEye, the James Bond movie recently.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And he apologizes to the woman?
No, he's like smacking them and fucking them and putting their asses on a sauna fucking rack and shit. It's crazy.
Okay, so it's the opposite of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 95.
From 95?
You know, I really liked Pierce Brosnan as Bond, but the other ones just weren't that great.
Yeah, what was the other one? It's like something...
The World's Not Enough. That one was the one with... what's her name? Denise Richards, I think.
Yeah, I watched like some of them, but not in like any sort of order and not consecutively, so I'm trying to do that now. And, I just saw GoldenEye, and I was like,
I'll watch the old ones?
I'll watch those 3 first.
I don't like the old ones.
I've seen some of the old ones.
Yeah, I need to watch some the rest of them, because I've seen like the newer ones too. You know, but I feel like it didn't have that. Like it was just newer. Didn't have like that history to it.
They sing the man with the golden gun. They sing that song in Frasier. Remember? Or Goldfinger. It was Goldfinger. That's what it was.
Goldfinger.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and they have like the awesome openings and shit. It's funny.
Yeah, I never got into the Sean Connery ones. Like Roger Moore, I'm okay with, but the Sean Connery ones, I don't know.
I heard those ones are the best.
Allegedly.
They're weird. They're like really kind of creative. Let's see. There was
the problem is, I think I don't like movies from the 60s. Like the 50s and 60s are like dark years for me. I don't like those years for movies.
I understand. They're a little bit they're hard to they're like so dated because they almost feel like plays or something.
Kind of, because like I like stuff from the 40s and before, and I love the 70s onward.
The 60s was just too hippy dippy.
I don't know. There's just something about the pacing, something about the acting. I just don't like it.
The only
there
movie
are
from
not
the 60s
many movies
that's good is The Party, the one with the Peter Sellers, the Indian guy. That was funny. That's like late 60s.
And then have you ever had like one of those like wrong number texts? Like
oh yeah.
I just had one today. It was funny. Some old guy. He was like, "Linda, are we still gonna play golf tomorrow?" I was like, "Wrong number." He's like, "This isn't Linda's number." No. He's like, "Oh, okay. Sorry. Have a good day." I was like, "No problem. You too." He's like, "Thank you. You're a good person. If you also like playing golf, you should join us." Yeah. So.
You do like playing golf.
Yeah, that's the
You
weird
should have
thing.
joined him.
Well, I think it's for tomorrow. So.
Aw, you
yeah.
can't join
So
Linda.
go anyways.
Yeah.
Linda
So
and fucking Bobby, whatever his name
we'll
is.
see if I can fit that in my schedule.
Oh,
He's-
wow,
he's- He said his assistant got the number wrong.
My assistant. Oh, he's
His
rich.
assistant.
Paul, this might be our in.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was gonna say. I was
This
like,
might be our in. We can get invited to the fancy parties and the club, and we can eat hot dogs on the beach and on the on the pool side and whatnot.
yeah.
Wait,
Hot dogs.
Rich people eat hot dogs on the beach. That's what they do.
Hey, no one's too good for a hot dog. Eh? You think the rich are too good?
The eating real meals,
Eating real meals. That's right.
not the corpse slop.
The corporate slop bowl.
It's
basically what I'm eating now. This like, what do you call this? El Pollo Loco shit.
What is there any that stuck out with you, Fred? Anything like that? I can imagine you trolling someone.
Yeah, I have. I think there was one where they were asking about bringing something to a party, and I told them to just bring the axes. Oh no! They were asking me what I was going to bring to the party, and I said I'm going to bring the axes. And they're like, "What for?" I'm like, "Are we going to have an axe throwing competition?" And they're like, "Where?" I'm like, "Well, on the fence." And he's like, "No, Kevin, just put that up." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Kevin, put that shit up.
Oh my god. You snuck into their whole lives.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You know something. I did remember one of the things that that Christian said that was funny. So we're in the car. We picked up Robert, and I don't know where the conversation came from. But somebody said vagina. Somebody kept saying vagina.
Oh, yeah.
And Christian's like, "Can we call it with the vagina talk?" And Robert goes, "Why, you got one?" And Mike pulls down his pants. Robert's like, "You got a big fucking beaver." So he says, "Cool it with the vagina talk," and then like 5 minutes later, he's telling Robert, "I'm on the rape you, dude."
What the hell?
And he would. It's like so. This is not a serious person. And that's how
Clearly.
you know. Yeah.
And then, do you have any pickups, Fred?
I do. Not a ton. I got in the mail
Yeah, we'll just wait till it's a ton. I'm just kidding.
Anthologie Noire by Vlad Tepes, the demo compilation. And a 7-inch from the Smashing Pumpkins, Tristessa, from 1990,
Yeah,
which I was
we'll cut that. It's not metal.
very surprised to find in a shop over here.
Is that like an older release or something?
Yeah, it's before the first album.
Okay,
on
I thought it
the-
was like one of those like, oh, a new 180 grams.
No.
Okay.
But it is on pink marbled vinyl, which was I didn't know that was a thing they did in the 90s, but
Well, that's cool.
yeah, no, it's
Smashing Pumpkins, were they the ones that had that song that was like, "Let me out, let me out"?
yes.
Isn't that like their most famous song?
I think their most famous song is probably Bullet with Butterfly Wings. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
Oh yeah.
And Zero. Zero's pretty popular. Cherub Rock. I have a lot of famous songs. This one is, the one I got is an earlier recording of one of the songs that went up on their first album, which isn't usually talked about very much. But this song, Tristessa, on this version, it's a little bit slower. Production feels a bit thicker, and Darcy sings on the chorus, and she's more audible than on the album.
Ooh,
Which is pretty cool.
that's pretty cool.
I picked
Yeah.
up some classics because Fred was mentioning on our end of year show that he spent the last year just kind of getting holy grails for himself. So
Yeah.
I thought I'd do the same. So I got 3. They all start with C. I got Cranium Speed Metal Sentence CD.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I got
I got that too.
Carbonized Disharmonization CD.
I don't have that.
Ooh.
And then I got Convulse Reflection CD.
Is that expensive?
They're $30.
Oh, that's not expensive.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. And then I got some other things on the way. I was just looking over Deathgasm and Dark Horizons records.
Yeah.
And I went into Deathgasm because that's a band that or label that released Crimson Massacre, and then I was like, what else do they have on here that anything interesting? And
Might be sick.
yeah,
On
there's
Deathgasm?
yeah, so there's
There's
like
lots of great stuff on Deathgasm.
yeah, so that's what I was finding out, and it was all stuff that I've was familiar with already, but I just gave it a deeper listening to, and same thing with Dark Horizon records, like the Hordes of the Lunar Eclipse. I listened to
Oh yeah.
2 of their releases, the first one and second, Darkborn. Like those are fantastic. Like the Fog and Typhus guys.
Typhus.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an album that I feel gets so underrated on Deathgasm, but Cult of Doth, Daath.
Yeah, dude, I was like all over that shit. The
Oh,
first
Slip
shit.
Throats and Ritual Nights is so good,
Yeah,
so fucking good.
yeah, that one's it's like almost Celtic Frostus. It's so
Yeah.
so
It's
weird.
punky.
Just that one song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the rest of it's like kind of fucked.
Oh,
I
yeah?
thought it was very Bathery, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I just so
but, like-
happened to pick the fucking D-Beat song.
Okay,
The,
because I've heard of that band.
The Tenebris album on there is fantastic too, or EP, I don't know. But Arias Toward the Black Sun, that's a fantastic album too.
Yeah, because like even they have fucking Abominate and Avenger and shit,
Mhm.
Cyanide. All these big bands that I'm familiar with, and
Cult of Offensi, Manticore.
They had I think it was the first album from Infinitum Obscure. They're think the Chasm, but instead of going like fancy, they kind of went a bit more just polished. It's a pretty cool album. It's something Latin. I don't know what the album title is.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. And then with Dark Horizon, they have Allfather on there, some Abigor.
Oh, Allfather's on there?
No, for Dark Horizon.
No,
records.
I know. I didn't know that they had Allfather
Yeah,
on there.
they did that split with Hordes of Lunar Eclipse and I think 2 other
Oh,
bands.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was the main release that they had for them, and they do that Engorge album that you like. Of course, some Fog and Lucifugum.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have a ton of stuff on there, like distro, so I have some stuff on the way
Ford's
from
good.
them.
Yeah.
Hellfather's better though.
Yeah, and they have that one band you mentioned last time, Apoc of Unlight. They're on their label
Yeah,
too.
that's one of those bands.
Yeah.
So there's a really obscure release on there. It's a band called Nebron, Nebron. They have I think it's a reissue of their demo called The Message. It's pretty cool. Worth checking out if you see it.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Nebron, eh?
They have a sick logo.
What is this, black metal? It's hard to tell what
Yeah.
this is. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it on the list right now, bro.
Yeah, then other than that, finish the Ted Kaczynski book so you can borrow it then.
Yeah, I'm down to borrow that. I want to read some of the ramblings. I like ramblings of like people who are like kind of fucked up, but like right. You know what I mean?
That's what you think, but it's like not like that at all.
It's not like what.
Not like crazy schizo writing. It's like I told
Well thought out.
Told the guys, I was like, it seems like Spock wrote that because it's like so
Very logical.
You could see the logic from the beginning to end.
No, well, I didn't mean rambling. I meant like the sort of thoughts of people who are fucked up yet right. You
Oh
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
I like that. I like listening to stuff like that,
Yeah.
or reading stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
down.
a total great book, so I'll make
All
sure
right.
to bring that. I definitely need to reread it eventually, but got to give it some time to breathe.
Cool.
Mm.
Um, I guess to preface a little bit into what we're gonna be doing.
Uh-huh.
I've been on like a huge funeral doom mood like this whole past week. I think Fred kicked it off with Catacomb. Um,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was like listening to that stuff, and then I just been throughout the week just going back to Thurgotten and Skepticism like fucking almost every day. Listening to their albums just like whenever I have nothing to do, and just like going back to Warning and stuff too, which is like some weird, um,
Oh,
I guess
watching
like
from a distance.
funeral doom adjacent. Yeah,
Yeah, that one's really depressing.
yeah, that's amazing. But yeah, so I was just getting into a lot of stuff like that, Woods of Belial, and yeah, just more funeral doom stuff. And I think with us writing something like that, I wanted to get that more in mind of what I would want to play for that stuff. So,
Okay.
and it kind of uh, like made me prepared for these releases because you said, "Oh, they're gonna be boring," and it's like, like I just listened to them today for the
Uh-huh.
first time, but
Uh-huh.
I've been like going through a whole week of listening to Funeral Doom, so it's like nothing. It's like I was, you know, walking around with like a weighted vest, and I finally took it off, and now
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can walk
then
freely.
then things speed up. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I think it was like a good time to listen to those after my endurance test.
Yeah. I've never heard Woods of Belial. I don't think I've ever heard of
Oh,
him.
it's great.
Is that thy unholy pentagram? Is that what that is?
No, it should be what's that album called? It's the white one. I think it's like a
Desolate?
Dimos, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this one's really good. It's electronic, industrial-ish, and then it's the guys from like Moon Sorrow in there.
Ah, Fintroll.
Yeah, so it's like it has some
on.
associations there.
Oh no.
All right.
But yeah,
So nothing. No timestamp ideas.
no, I was just kind of listening more for enjoyment.
I see. I see. Yeah, because I already finished the song anyways.
Yeah,
So
it's just more on my end.
I did a little bit of listening too, like in the past few weeks. But yeah, Woods of Belial, I'll be down to check that out. I haven't checked that out.
Yeah, they're good, and I was listening to. Do you remember the band Doom Versus? They that like that weird ass name.
No.
I remember coming across them. I think looking through bands like alphabetically on Metal Archives, and that name always just kind of stood out to me.
Is it the one with that like the not great looking album cover?
Yeah,
Earthless.
yeah.
Which
That any
cover?
good?
I listened to what was it?
You didn't listen to Earthless.
No, Taterum Vale. Yeah, Earthless. I think that's like a newer one, but
Oh, I see this one. Okay.
yeah. But yeah, I was just getting in deep with that stuff, and it's all just amazing. Like those two albums, just listen to Thurgotten and Skepticism over and over and over again.
Which skepticism? The first album?
First album, second album, demo.
The demo is really good. I like the demo a lot.
Yeah, the demo from Thurgotten and their album too.
But did you listen to Funeral?
Yeah,
Please tell me. Thank you.
from Norway. Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you listen to that Pharmacon skepticism? Or just Lead and Ether?
Yeah, Lead and Ether.
Lead and Ether's pretty good. It's been a while. Not too long actually. Because I come back to skepticism every so often and listen to their fucking albums.
Yeah, they had like a new mix come out in like 2018 of Stone Crow Fleet,
Mm-hmm.
and damn, that shit's like enhances the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna listen to any version, listen to that one
Oh, okay.
again, like on a re-listen.
The new mix.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool.
but yeah, let's go into break then.
Sure.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back.
Have some more sloppy joes. I made 'em extra sloppy for you. I know how you kids like 'em sloppy.
All right, we're back from break.
Yeah, they forgot to. Paul, I was talking too much. Paul and Fred didn't get to introduce their aliases today.
Go ahead,
Oh
Fred.
yeah. Oh, mine sucks. I don't remember what I put. I put Cowitzer. It's fucking stupid.
What is Cowitzer?
It's a howitzer, but cow.
Wait, what's a howitzer?
It's like artillery for in the army,
Oh,
like a cannon sort of thing.
the Canadian Army.
No, howitzers are very American.
Okay, I have heard that before.
Then I'm a RAF realist because we were having practice last week, and let's be real, RAF leaves early, so we just have to.
We have to continue
Adapt.
on without him.
Yeah.
When he's gone, we have to continue on because then it's faster the next
Either
time.
either way, we're there for like another 2 hours doing nothing.
We
so,
we don't need to be. I don't want to be anymore. Let's just start calling it early.
Yeah.
Seriously, like let's just get in there, do what we got to do. Take like literally a 5-minute break. That's what we do with Unblessing. We take like a quick break and we're done.
Yeah.
We take one quick break and we're done. Yeah, every once in a while party time is cool, but every time we got to get some work done.
Yeah. If you're partying every week, what's there to celebrate?
Let's give it a little bit. Let's give it a little bit until
Remarkably
something.
deep.
Until we got like the next 2 songs done. How about that? Because we're behind a little bit.
Fred, you can write that on my tombstone. That was pretty good.
Gonna.
What was that?
Fred said, "Oh, that's remarkably deep." But yeah, that sounds good. Just because, yeah, the second song should have been done already.
Yeah, and I'm already like on number 4.
Yeah, and I'm itching to do the Doom song, and that's probably gonna take some time. So
That's gonna take some time. So yeah, let's just start calling it earlier and get our asses in there and no more fooling around.
well, I think yeah, it just depends on whenever Julian can get there because it's his school schedule is erratic.
Well, whatever.
But yeah. Anyway,
Paul, do you want to do your Dungeon Funeral Doom? What was it? Dungeon Doom? Funeral Doom?
Dungeon
Funeral
Doom.
Dungeon Synth. There you go.
Dungeon Dome.
Dungeon Doom. Dungeon Doom, dude.
no, I don't really have anything to say about it. Just
Well,
check.
if you wanted to do some, if you want to do some name drops,
Wow.
so the kids for the
Way
kids.
to kill the conversation, Paul.
Yeah,
I know. Don't you ever to do that again.
Just Go as compilation and Forgotten Relic. What's it called? Beneath the Abbey or something like that. Just
The Sunken Abbey.
what you can imagine of Dungeon Synth and Funeral Doom. Just take out the guitars and imagine Durgot them playing the keyboards.
Durka Durka.
And yeah, it's alright. It's not most
It's
interesting thing, but
It exists.
yeah,
Metal people like it when things exist.
yeah.
Yeah, existing's cool.
Yeah, existing's right. It's okay.
But yeah, I was just in a real mood for that, and Fred brought up some other band. What was it? Grief or Grife?
Griff.
Griff.
Grief.
And he claims that there might not be drums in there, so that's why I brought up Dungeon Doom.
Ah.
Because there's
There
no
aren't,
guitars.
but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, guitars and vocals.
Yeah, so I gotta check that out. It's, I guess another... Could just be ambient, huh?
I mean,
That'd be pretty cool.
it's something. Like there's, I don't know. You'll see.
Isar looks like he knows what he's doing. if you're
Yeah, no,
checking
it's
out the band photo.
He's got the hair for it.
Wait for grief.
Yeah.
What is his band? Oh yeah, I saw that. He looks looks like a freak. This guy's probably cool if he makes a funeral doom.
Yeah.
Everyone who makes funeral doom is probably not fucked up.
They're legit.
Well, we heard the other band sound like Warning.
Oh, who? Pendulous?
Yeah.
He sounded okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like Warning? Check out Pendulous. They're okay.
Little
They're
less,
like Warning, but okay.
a little less reverb and you'd be good.
Yeah. Less reverb. Want to hear those vocals a little more.
Yeah. Just be more raw, be more real. Otherwise, it was good. And then I guess another band I've been really getting into, Fred, you probably know him, Vanadu from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been.
Uterine acid switches is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that one and the next two were really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been really getting into them. Antediluvian guy, and of course, and a bunch of other things too.
Oh, that band, the menstrual cycle band.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that was Antediluvian guy. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think
They're-
that's like original member of Antediluvian. I'm not sure, but pretty early on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kip, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, he's interesting chap.
Oh no, no, not him. Looks like he joined around 2011 or so, doing bass and
That
vocals.
is around the time they moved out west, I think. Because Antediluvian started in Toronto-ish, Ontario, anyways.
Yeah, cause I was just thinking with like the debut, that was the same year that he joined. So
Yeah. But yeah, menstrual extraction and uterine acid switches are just great.
have you listened to the fourth one, Frozen Obscene Deliverance?
Yep, I have that one.
Yeah, that one's really great too.
That one's wild. Yeah. I
Yeah,
actually
it's-
get the next couple albums. Actually, I don't have the ones that came after that.
Yeah, I saw that there's like some crazy box set with like all his shit.
Oh, is there?
I think so.
Oh, that's cool.
How would you describe this music, Paul? As like Black Death or something?
I guess so, but it's not like it doesn't stay in one place for very long, and if it does,
Yeah.
Creative stuff, eh?
yeah, very creative.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that one. Again, that's like a Fred band. Not super. I don't know much about it. I mean, I know you kind of unearthed that again recently. It just fucking ripped one. So we'll check
Who,
out
me?
this one too.
No, me, I guess.
Ah.
But yeah, I was just kind of going through like the second wave of Edmonton bands, and remembered this one because I saw the Menstrual cover, I guess a while ago, because I remember it's pretty distinct. And then
Yeah.
it's actually giving it a full listen because all shit's like every album's like an hour long. So, but it's definitely not boring. Like it's actually
No.
really entertaining, and there's like different movements in each song that kind of comes out of nowhere, but it just flows nicely. It's like whatever you want something to happen, something changes.
Mm.
And there's like doom, black, thrash, death metal. It's all in there.
So the guy with the bobcat in the picture, is he from Antediluvian?
Yeah,
He was at some point.
bass and vocals for Logos and the first one.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe as a live musician or something? Because I don't see his name on.
Well, you just gotta go to past artists or complete lineup, and he's there.
Well, his name is M, right? That's
Yeah.
the guy with the bobcat.
Mhm.
Past bands. Oh yeah. Okay. Bass and vocals, 2011 to 12.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you're right about AMSG. I might have to go and check them out again because I'm listened to their stuff before, but their albums are a little bit elusive to me, so I might have to check it. And again, that's the guy from Ouroboros too.
Well,
so.
yeah, you mentioned that. It's like I didn't even know that. I
Yeah.
haven't. They're just been in my, you know, the sidelines. I haven't really dived into them, but now that you mentioned that, it makes me want to go into it.
They were blowing up a little bit. I remember when their first
Yeah.
album came out, that Anti-Cosmic Tyranny, that was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on Profound Lore, and Profound Lore at around that time had kind of like struck a pretty good chord by releasing some of the Leviathan on stuff on vinyl and Malakesh vinyl too early on. So stuff that was coming out on Profound Lore around that time was pretty hot, I'd say. But
Yeah.
if you found the albums a bit hard to get into, Dan, try the demo. I don't know if it was a demo or an EP.
Oh,
but
I
the,
just listened to that recently. I think that one's pretty good. It's got a good enough variety, because when I'm looking for like something like that, I kind of expect the variety just because it is the guy from Ouroboros. So I did
Yeah.
like that one. I know the albums have some weird stuff going on, like trumpets and shit. So yeah, I'll probably give Anti-Cosmic Tyranny another listen, because I remember people did like that, and it was like a big deal when it
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah, I guess he had a part of Begrim Hexamias too.
Yeah.
And those, yeah, it just all falls within what I think of like the second wave of Edmonton bands. So I gotta check all that stuff out, because I'm assuming it would be as good as the first wave or the continuation of it.
It probably is. I mean, we'll have to be the judges of that. I mean, hopefully it's not like Rights again or something.
well, have you heard Mitochondrion?
Yeah.
I like their early stuff. Their first album is great, and like that that Vortex that painting EP is really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're great. Their later stuff got a little bit boring though. They
Yeah.
got a little too cavern core.
You might be interested in Omnipotence. They only have one album, but it's pretty cool. It's a bit more.
Blasphemy-ish.
No, it's a bit
No?
more melodic, but like has a nice thick Black Death kind of sound, but it's not.
Yeah, Melodic Black Death,
Yeah,
2018.
What, the 2018 album?
yeah, that's all they have, I think.
Omnipotence, the Precipitum? Iron Bonehead?
Yep, that's the one.
Don't love the album art, but give it a try.
Don't love the year.
No, the art's not great. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't really like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit back on that one, Freddie.
Yeah, a lot of bands use. I've talked about this before, where bands use artwork like that, but they're like, they want to make it look like the album is this grandiose thing, and you listen to it, you're like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's on the Atmospheric Black Metal Albums channel, so there you go.
So
Speaking
it's not that far west, but I think
Yeah.
I brought them up before. You guys have heard Noir?
Buzzle though, are they with an E?
Yes.
Sounds like a word you say.
I've clicked on this name before, and I've clicked on the album Dark Reverence before. This kind of looks like it could be cool. It kind of looks like
Better-
a later
better
Les
painting.
Legion Noir thing. That's what it
It's
looks like.
basically Somberlane era dissection worship.
That's a good album. You know something? I don't know if this is blasphemy to say, as like a metalloid, but I really don't care that much for the second Dissection album. I like the first one much
Somberlane's
better.
way better. Yeah.
It is way better. There's a couple there's a couple really good songs, like I think it's called Nightblood or Night's Horizon or something. What is that one song
That's
called?
blood, yeah.
Night's
That's
Blood
the
is
first- that's
a
the first
really
track,
good
yeah.
song. Yeah. Some of the other ones I really don't care for though. Like that one kind of folky one. Doon ding 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 ding. Don't really like that. Where Dead Angels Lie, I don't really like that song. I guess
I
Thorns of Crimson
don't
Death
like
is probably
their,
pretty good.
I don't like the Tormentor cover. I think that's on the single for Where Dead Angels Lie.
Oh.
The cover of Elizabeth Bathory.
Nah, I've never heard their version of it.
I like that section, but they did not do that well. It
Did-
sounds very mechanical.
Paul, do you like the Storm of the Light's Bane?
Yeah.
Yeah? I don't know if it was you, but I was listening to that with Robert, and I was like, really listen to him, like, oh, Somberlane's so much better. This one's like kind of normie.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
People
I
might
really
not like that. People are gonna fuck it. Somebody's like pooping right now, pooping their pants
Yeah,
angrily.
I
Somebody's
really
shitting in their
like.
diaper.
I really like Storm, but hands down, Somberlane. Like, not even close for me.
You don't like you you don't like Storm of the Night's Bane, poser. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, speaking of atmospheric black metal, you guys ready to jump right in?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I was primed for this.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's the first band. I want to go out of order chronologically. I want to start with this, well, they're both Polish. Two Polish bands we got tonight. Both are, I don't want to call them boring because I said that on the that one death metal episode where I'm like boring death metal, or you can just say kind of straightforward, like no frills death metal. This is kind of the same thing but black metal of two sort of separate styles, I guess. First band is Wedrujacy Wiatr, which is a side project of the guys from Stwars, which is kind of like let's see, who would you even compare that to? Maybe like Druk or something. Druk says Slavland. Crota would be a good one. It's kind of like it's basically melodic black metal, but made like atmospheric. I guess Druk would be like one of the only bands to compare it to. But anyways, we're not talking about them. We're talking about the side project and their first album in 2013. Tam Gudsi Miasik Aplokiti Svit. This came out
What?
on
The fuck did you call me?
Werewolf Promotion. I called you a Svit. This came out on Werewolf Promotion. Is that the Werewolf Promotion?
No, Werewolf Records is the.
You're right. Okay, this is something else. This NSBM anyways. So we're there. These guys released Bustum. These guys released B-Sets, Arcona, Asir, A Caress of Twilight, some band Elitism, Evil, some bands that Fred is familiar with. Graveland. Everyone should be familiar with that one. So,
Grave who?
Grave Band.
Oh.
Say, who's your favorite black metal band? Grave Band.
Graceland.
Graceland, yeah. But yeah, this is like, I think, in my opinion, atmospheric black metal done right, or at least done right in the sense of production, because I feel like this has the kind of raw production that you want from a Polish black metal band, and it sort of does things a little bit differently. Like it is the foresty black metal, but it's sort of missing. It's almost missing the hipster aspect of it, and I think that's, maybe NSBM thing has something to do with it. It's not an NSBM band, but they're released on that label, and they're sort of, they're like not afraid to be a black metal band. As far as things to compare this to, like I said, Drooks, maybe Hate Forest, although it's not hateful sounding. It's more like it's very nature sounding. You hear dogs there, you hear a wolf barking and howling and stuff. Maybe this is a little bit like Blazebirth Hall stuff. Maybe Fred can elaborate later. Walknut, probably for sure. It's like black metal is atmospheric, but this is like atmo. It's like simple atmospheric. And I thought it was quite good when I first heard it. Me and Julian wanted to start a band like this. I don't remember what we based it off of, but we had an idea to sound like this. And I remember when I heard this, I'm like, dude, this is like this is what I envisioned our band sounding like. But we wrote like one song. It might be like an Instagram clip on Josh's old thing. We were called Yoemi, which is like a Native American tribe or something. Nothing ever flourished. Julian sold his guitar and his amp. You know what happened. He went off to be a normal guy. But yeah, Paulo, what did you think of Wedrujacy Wiatr? Any good? Too boring? Too atmospheric? Anything you like about it? The spiel.
Oh man, this one was awesome. I think.
Oh yeah.
In contrast to the second record, it's like he picked the ugly one and then a beautiful one.
Yeah,
and,
both Polish though.
Yeah, it's very spread out array there of sounds, and this one's very beautiful. but not in a hipster way.
It's kind of different, like
Yeah.
in a certain aspect.
'Cause
I don't know how to describe that. Maybe
I
you
think
could help me.
I think the vocals carry a lot of the weight there because it's just like so like masculine shit.
Oh yeah, it's got my favorite thing. It's
Yeah.
got that like Slavic.
But
It's got that thing going on.
Yeah, but it's not quite like it's like still within the production of that. It doesn't stand out like those vocals usually do or something.
Yeah, with the other band Stores, right?
Yeah.
Where that's like super upfront.
Yeah, like this one's like perfectly mixed into the
Yeah.
record through their production, and what I really enjoy about this is the faster like blasting sections.
Yeah, they
There's
go
a lot
really
of-
fast for a band that like is produced like this, right?
Yeah, that, and during those like faster moments, it isn't just like 16th notes on the hi-hat. Like you can hear these separate little groupings of notes in there. He's like doing triplets, and it's like all with like the snare and kick going as 16 notes, but you just have these like open kind of cymbal work in there that's just really interesting to hear, instead of just crashing on the hi-hat as you would the bass and the snare. So
Yeah.
I just thought that was really good. And for this song for this album having a lot of interludes and stuff, it felt like
It basically
needed.
has 3 long songs, like
Yeah.
3 10-minute
Yeah.
songs. is
It
what
felt like
does.
all those breaks were needed.
Kind of, right? Yeah.
It was like good resets, and I didn't know what song I liked best. Probably the first or second one. The third one was good too, but I think I was just immediately hooked with the first 2 songs, so those ones kind of stayed with me. And again,
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
think
listen to this
well,
one. So
Yeah. Well, I think we could probably do like when we do this, we could probably do like one song cut in half just to like, just to like not fucking beat
Yeah,
it to
fair.
death.
yeah,
Yeah. We would do like track 2 for like 5, like half of it, whatever.
yeah.
But
Fred,
yeah, I really like this album art too. Even when I first saw it, I'm like, this kind of is perfect for what I'm looking for. It's the perfect shade. It's the perfect grain. It's the perfect.
another moon.
It looks great. It looks great. It sounds like what it looks like, and I don't know that some of the similar artists do it exactly justice, because I feel like I haven't heard a band that sounds exactly like what this band does. Even though it almost feels like it would be kind of obvious to do something like this, right?
Like
Do you kind of get what I mean by that?
there's bands like on the tip of my tongue that I still don't know, but maybe on this re-listen I'll be able to pinpoint a little bit better. But there was some that I was like, oh, this part kind of sounds like it, and the way that they're playing. And I think one that really stuck out, that you guys are probably all gonna hate, but my reference point to this is like during the more like lower vocals and like some of the Ramlord songs. Like I kind of get that vibe in there.
Damn it, Paul.
But again, that's just from my reference that I have for this kind of style that I don't really dig into that much.
I feel like we kind of have dug into stuff like this, though. I mean,
Yeah, Paul, pay attention.
because what do we even think of? Well,
No,
just
not myself though.
Yeah, just like I understand. Well, you did send me this that Romanian band. They're actually under the similar artist, Negura Bungit.
Yeah, well, I feel like
yeah.
that's way different than this.
It is different. That is a lot different.
think-
I don't get that similar
I
artist,
think
but you know.
with that first album that they have is like so fucking much better than what they go into, and I
I
think
never heard the other stuff. I don't want to. I listened to the first one and I'm like, there's no way they could be any better than this.
no, yeah, don't they get a lot more tamer, and I'm probably thinking it's a worse version of what this band has here.
I haven't actually heard this band's other stuff, and I remember talking to the black metal guy about this when he was on our show last time, and he's like, I've heard the other ones. But he never heard this one, the first one.
Okay.
And the first one to me, it like speaks to me. The other ones, I look at their album art and it doesn't really evoke the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First one has it, so I listened to the first one. But yeah, Fred, anything to say about this one? I did kind of compare them to Blazebirth Hall. Maybe in a way. I don't know that makes sense, though. Is there anything there?
I didn't.
Or just
get
overall thoughts?
Yeah. I didn't immediately get Blazebirth Hall feelings out of it. Some related bands, like you mentioned Walknut, I had them. written
Walknut
down.
for sure, yeah.
You're supposed to agree, friend.
No, he's not supposed to
and
agree. He's supposed to
I don't agree
fret
with
out.
shit, Paul. I did hear Druk for sure in this, but it was like kind of. So my immediate impression was a DSBM take on pagan black metal, because I heard like Zaster and Hypothermia in there as well. And I don't know if I'm crazy, but like that's the way the vocals are buried sometimes really made me think of Zaster,
Yeah.
which was kind of cool.
What's kind of interesting about this too is it almost does the same thing over and over again, but they're like good at the one or two things that they do. It's almost like one thing. It's like pretty simplistic backing chord and then like a pretty simplistic lead in the same tone. It sounds like they almost do the different melodies on the same string, so it sounds exactly the same. It's very what would the word be? Like syncretic. It's very like this is one piece and it would be hard to separate anything, which I think is fine that we're going to do like one song in a bit. Did you guys kind of catch that? It almost feels like pretty much the same exact thing goes on besides changing drum beats and tempos.
Yeah, it's not. Like
And I
the
don't
most
say that as a bad
varied
thing.
album. No, it's not the most varied album, but you, like, as soon as you hear what they're trying to do, you don't really want it to be too varied because then it would kind of lose its consistency, and that doesn't really help.
It's
anyone.
a lot of just, fast and then, going halftime of like the same riffs. Like those are like the big moments, but they land every time because it's just not predictable, but, when they do it, it's just satisfying, I think.
And they do have a keyboard in there. It's just
Dude, yeah, the
it's
keyboard-
done well. It's
the
done
keyboard,
really well.
it's like, at first in like the first couple songs, it doesn't do anything too much on its own that I noticed, but it's just right behind the riffing and it just like elevates it and makes it sound more grandiose. It's really sick.
Yeah, I think there may be something here, like generatively, just because I don't know, because if more stuff sounded like this, like more atmospheric black metal sounded like this, I'd probably be interested in it.
Well, honestly, if they had regular shrieking black metal vocals, I feel like I'd be more turned off from it.
Me too. It has to have those like fucking like woodsman vocals.
Yeah. Yeah, those, I think that really carries it or makes it
Makes it unique for sure.
yeah.
Because that I think that's probably why I think of Blazebirth Hall or like Brandick Hall a little bit, just because those vocals were almost out of place sometimes. It felt to me. I'm like, this is not, like what kind of black metal vocals were them? I think I felt the same way the first time I heard Venom, because I was familiar with like Immortal and maybe a few other mainstream things, and I'm like, Venom. Okay, Venom is supposed to be like the first black metal band. I remember I look into them, and I hear the vocals. I'm like, this is really weird. So that weirded me out. And same thing with I think it's just any vocals that are out of the norm in black metal is kind of jarring at first. Even like Burzum. The first time I heard Burzum, I heard War, and I was confused by the vocals. I'm like, is this a joke?
This
I ended
is
up
wow.
I was like, whoa, wow. Yeah, I was like, what? What the fuck did he just say? I didn't know what he said.
I find Varg's vocals on the self-titled are a bit not well cooked yet.
They're really weird. Like
Yeah.
who would do something like that? How do you make a sound like that? I could never make a sound like that.
But I think by the time HLTO came along, he had nailed it. Like, it sounds perfect on that one.
Yeah, the first two albums are the ones with the like kind of strange, like strained vocals.
Yeah.
But yeah. Should we get into a track?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Tam Siek Octogesvit. Same as the album. The album, the title track.
Track 2, we'll be right back. Alright, we're back from half of that first song, or second song.
Yeah, we're on their second break of the song. They keep going in breaks, like Paul mentioned. I noticed that, like, when they did that first one, it only stopped for like 3 or 4 seconds, and it kind of like did that acoustic guitar thing, and then it went right back into it. They don't bore you with that excess like stuff. No frills really.
Yeah, and even like the intros and stuff where they have, you know,
The
like
wolves.
nature samples and stuff, that's fine too. I think it's just a whole kind of package thing, but it doesn't overstay its welcome. And like a lot of these acoustic breaks, like you said, they're, you know, pretty quick, and it just kind of gives you time to breathe in between all the atmosphere that you get from the actual riffing.
Yeah, and Paul discovered, he translated the lyrics. It is in fact dark poetry, which means, for me, stuff that really either has no meaning or it's like up to interpretation, sort of.
Yeah, just as you would suspect.
Yeah. Well, it's like, what do you? I mean, I kind of took influence from this. It's like that the Polish, the time we were fake Polish guys with Warriors Chalice.
Mm-hmm.
I was writing about like trees and leaves and stuff. So I mean,
The universal topics.
yeah. Trees and leaves. Like atmospheric black metal, they'll be talking about like the mountains, but it's like the real ones will be talking about trees and leaves. You know.
There, they'll forget about the little guys.
The little fellers talking about acorns and shit.
But yeah, we were saying that it sounds like there's like 3 guitars going on, because there's
I believe there are 3 guitars
it's
going
like the
on.
tremolo going on. You can hear that obviously, but then there's like some sort of strumming that's like almost like just a pick sliding across the strings. Almost.
There's a tremoloed one that almost sounds a little bit cleaner, not like acoustic or clean per se, but like cleaner channel. And then there like a brighter channel. And then there's like black metal chord, and then under that there's like the E string, the big string going like Hate Forest style. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I noticed that
There's
there was like a
big
heavier
string
section.
going. Yeah, that's why this sounds so darn atmospheric, is they've like put everything into it. They put chords on big baritone and then added keyboard. So yeah, they're really like fully loaded up here.
Yeah, I really love when they kind of have these release moments with the half times of these riffs, because it just gives so much more space for the vocals to just kind of bark at you. And we were mentioning the drums there too. They just have like the perfect what is it called, subdivisions on like the hi-hats and the rides, where it's like you're doing like eighth notes on there. It's like ding 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 ding.
The drums are a little bit show-offy, not in a bad way, but like
Oh,
the
they're-
guy is
they're just-
the
they're
guy
just-
is talented.
They're just so well done. Like it's
Yeah, they're
like
very well
it's
done.
like restrained, but like this guy is kind of like sort of like a percussionist, like kind of orchestrating where he's going to be placing these things. Like all the fills in between, they're just like so tastefully done too. It's not like they're doing big, just left to right rolls. He's like doing some stuff in between the snares and the toms that are not just left right. It's like different sticking going around, which is really good. And like I mentioned, the subdivisions on like the ride and hi-hat are really well done too, because you can just imagine there just being like quarter notes on like the ride, or hi-hat during these slow parts, but it's just like making it move along a little bit more with the ding 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 ding. That's just really good.
I usually say this when I like compliment albums or bands a lot when they sound really, really professional, like this one does. I always assume that bands that sound this pro are like were older, like seasoned guys, like they had done a bunch of albums already. But I looked it up. It's like these guys were relatively young when they did this. The one guy was 24, the other guy was 27. So honestly, I know that sounds a bit late in some aspect, but like as good as this sounds, I feel like that's really impressive.
Well, he was like a man for like 20 years in Poland, so.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to say too, like there's I'm sure there's other examples of this, but this sort of reminds me of Finn in the sense, like the newer Finn with like the AK-47s and the Eagle and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that in the sense that the drumming is like too good, and which makes it sound more modern. Like this has the production of something that you would say is like old school sounding, although it doesn't really sound old school just because of like how good these guys are actually at their instruments.
Yeah, their performances are really good. I
Old
think
school, like actual old school bands from that era were not this good.
Yeah, I don't think that this sounds too much like Finn, but I do kind of know what you
No,
mean.
I didn't mean it sounded like Finn. I kind of was just referencing like the drumming was too good on Finn to sound like a Finnish black metal band. That's what I meant. I didn't even get to the point. But yeah, that's kind of what I meant. It's too like there's aspects about it that's too modern for it to be like to fool you into thinking that it's like old school or that they're trying to be old school.
Yeah,
I feel like this is obviously something trying to move forward from some of those ideas.
Yeah, I think it's a little kind of like not as like show offy as like the Migla drumming where it's like doing all these bell like fills and shit, but has that sort of capability to be doing things like that. But I think here it's like very restrained, and you can hear it in subtleties, like I mentioned with the hi-hat, where it's not just eighth notes over or 16 notes. He's throwing in like these like triplet fills on there, kind of using the hi-hat as a crash symbol.
There's a
really
decent amount of tempo changes and like time signature changes for an atmospheric black metal record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Like,
surprisingly
kind of
high, actually.
Yeah, right? It's kind of crazy. I think that's a good example that you bring up Migwap. That's who you meant, right, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've never really been into them, but I know they like blew up and everybody was like really in love with them. Like Jubb loved them. I think Hope was a fan of that band, wasn't she?
Dork.
Nerd.
No, I just never really got into that band. It was a little bit too. It was like this, but this like tickles me more.
Fred, were you into Migla?
Migwa.
I have their albums. I really liked With Heart Toward None, but after the novelty of that wore off, I'm like they're good. I like them, but like people
Weren't
who
they
like
Polish
lose
too?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But, like people who lose their minds over them, I'm like, all right, calm down. Like they're cool, but like easy.
Polish black metal. Who knew?
Yeah, I mean they're like I said, they're good. I wouldn't rush out to buy a new album when it comes out, because I imagine it'll sound like the last three.
I wrote down in my notes hipster hillbillies. I think I wrote that because Fred mentioned the band Panopticon. Maybe it was because we were doing an atmospheric black metal
Yeah,
record today.
and you mentioned them during the listening too.
Yeah, he's like, this sounds like Panopticon. I'm like, it does?
Yeah, but I was saying that to be a shit because I don't actually remember what they sound like.
Neither do I. Well, their thing was like bluegrass black metal or something, wasn't it? Wasn't that their gimmick?
That explains why I hated them.
That's what it was, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Count
Ugh.
Blagorath. He liked them, and
You just don't hear that in black metal.
there you just don't hear that. Yeah, but
There's a reason for that.
It's just our folk instruments. You don't get it.
Well, I said
because-
Panopticon is for like hipster hillbillies, the guys with like those big hats, those like flat black hats. They almost look like Amish hats or something,
Yeah.
and they have like big beards.
Yeah, doesn't
It's always
it
like a
come,
blonde guy, like
doesn't it
long
co-
blonde hair.
Yeah, doesn't it come with the beard?
Do you guys remember a? I don't know if you guys even know who this is. There was an animator. His name was Felix Colgrave. He used to do like popular animations on YouTube. If you look up this guy, this is like a this is a hipster hillbilly.
Oh God.
See what I'm talking about? He's like a hipster hillbilly.
I didn't
And
realize
they,
that.
they'd be drinking moonshine and shit.
Oh damn. Yeah, there's him in his PJs. Oh, that's a suit.
It's a suit.
That's a suit. Suit riot.
Interesting.
Drink, throw back a bottle of beer. Suit riot.
Well, this track though, like some of the parts with heavier keyboards on it really gave me summoning vibes, because they on that particular track the more keyboard heavy tracks tended to be or sections tended to be slower. Yeah, no, it's kind of a cool little mix in there.
And basically, you could say, I'll ask Paul this question, but I know what he's going to say. Paul, does this have riffs?
No.
I would say no. I would say it does not have riffs.
No.
This is kind of just structure and
It just has feels.
it just has feels, and it's like all the parts are kind of built off of all the backing guitars are just built off the one melody, and then the drums are kind of built off that. So
Yeah.
it's like it's really just kind of melody exemplified. And so I called this simple. It's actually not that simple. I think I'm discovering it's actually a little bit more complex. It is atmo. It's like atmosphere to the third or fourth power, which is one of the most I don't know, man. This seems pretty like sophisticated stuff. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is actually much more sophisticated than I originally anticipated. I just thought this was cool.
Dan, I thought this show was supposed to be the boring picks. Come on. This is actually pretty good.
You're supposed to be yawning by now.
Well, I think I thought that at first glance or first remembrance, but discovering that there's a bit more in here, and let's check out the last of it.
We just can't pick bad things, huh?
What
What are we going into?
We'll just finish the track.
Okay. All right. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back down from the trees. What do we think
We're
of that
stuffed
second
with
half?
acorns.
Yeah.
Second half, honestly, it's like I kind of forgot we were listening to only the first actually opening track of the album. That ending almost feels like the end of the album. It's that like grandiose, all the breaks, all that build up. I mean, it's not like it does. It kind of does release at the end. That last like minute was really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could totally hear the summoning when the guitars kind of drop back and the keyboards are kind of taking the forefront, but not in like a lead way. Just they're just
following
pushed to the
guitars in front.
forefront. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could just hear their voicing a little bit more clear there. And I think that the pacing on the drums was just like so great. It like even when it is faster, it kind of is like in a stasis where it feels like just as like that same tempo. Again, they just go from like halftime to double time, and it doesn't feel like it's out of control. It just feels so like harnessed in there with how they're playing. And again, that's with their performances being so tight and them being so good at their instruments here.
Yeah, stuff like this almost could be seen as like copy and paste black metal, but this is more. The drumming and everything makes it feel a bit more organic, even with all the like stops and changes. That even feels much more organic because you got the kind of acoustics in there too.
Yeah, and right when we were listening to the first one, I was like, okay, if it goes past this point here, it's went on too long, and of course it didn't, so it was good.
Right on, right on.
Yeah,
Fred
good.
mentioned Olver.
Yeah, the
Well, he
acoustic
said-
part.
Kveldsinger.
Yeah.
And I see that. This band actually might be probably is hugely influenced by like the early Olver, like probably the first two records in particular, because that second one that was all just like folk songs or like folky acoustic, like paganish type songs.
Yeah.
And then even if you look at like the first Olver album cover, it's pretty reminiscent of this, the Bergtot. I feel like this is one of the closest things to Bergtot, because I know they're like a hugely influential band, Olver, but I don't know a whole lot that sounds like Bergtot, which is probably my favorite Olver album, because they've changed a lot over even the first three albums. It's like you have this, which is like this atmospheric thing. You have the folk songs, then you have something that's like raw black metal, and then you start to have these like post black metal things and electronica type music. Yeah, this. What do you think of that, Fred? This might actually be like one of the. I can't think of another band that sounds like Bergtot, and it honestly looks like a big either nod to Olver or just like they're hugely influenced by Bergtot, because this to me feels a lot like that does.
I think to me a lot of Bergtot is the clean vocals, which is not quite as prominent in a lot of bands that kind of do the same style. But the other Norwegian band, In the Woods, I kind of go to there whenever I feel like Oliver as well.
I know they're one of these types of like post black metal bands, or at least like what would you even call that, Paul? Like Norweird bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heart of Ages. I remember I did like. I think that one's pretty good. I feel like it just doesn't reach what Olver does, because if I'm remembering correctly, I could be wrong. If In the Woods, they don't really speed up that much, do they? I remember them being pretty mid-paced or slow even.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I haven't listened to that in a while.
I don't remember them speeding up, because I actually listened to In the Woods like not that long ago. I don't think it speeds up that much. This does.
No, not as much as Idle Man.
like Bergtot does, it speeds up and it slows down, and this band does the same thing. And there's a lot of the acoustics and like the clean vocals are actually kind of replaced by like keyboards here. So that's their version of that. But yeah, I can't think of anything that sounds like that, and that's one of my favorites. One of my favorite black metal albums. It has a very distinct atmosphere that I like a lot. Maybe that band Imperium has it too, to a certain extent.
I think you might hear it a bit in Sayor.
I've tried that band. I don't know that I like that one that much.
So I'm not a big fan of Sayor either, but the band that the guy was in before, Askeval, is actually really good. And that's kind of
Rascabel
like
Rabbits.
Askeval.
Do you remember that from The Hobbit?
No, I don't.
These are Rascabel Rabbits. That's the one where the brown shit wizard like rides the little sleigh with the rabbits.
Oh, Radagast?
Radagast, yeah, the brown or whatever. He goes, these are Rascabel Rabbits. You never saw those? They were funny.
No, the Hobbit movies were terrible.
We saw them all in the theater. Remember that, Paul?
Yeah.
I saw the first two and then I gave up.
I remember the one where they're in the goblins like stronghold or whatever, and I'm like, at the end of the movie we're walking out. I'm surprised nobody died. And Kyle's like, except for hundreds of goblins. Hundreds of goblins. That is funny. Anyways, so yeah, you guys want to move on to the next one, or any final words about this thing? Maybe you guys have a thing to say. Maybe not. The floor is yours.
I don't know. I feel like I kind of said everything I have on this one. Like it's immersive. It's kind of hypnotic. But without a ton of riffs, shall we say? It's much more. This is the kind of black metal album I listen to when I want to hear atmospheric music, not like ripping riffs, obviously.
Yeah.
So this is like not background music, but it's not far.
I understand what you mean. It's engaging, even though it is very, very like one dimensional, in a way.
Yeah, and that's not meant to be like a shot at it. Like it does what it does really well.
Yeah.
But that's just how I would be inclined to listen to this.
Yeah, I think the more that we've kind of listened to this closely, I really do like this one. It is very close to Ulvers Bergtot, and that is a huge compliment. It's got a very, very distinct atmosphere that I like a lot, and so yeah, I actually wanted to cover this album when we first started the show, so I'm finally getting around to it. So yeah,
Good pick.
Anything from you, Paulus?
Probably towards the end with the other album too, just to compare them.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so do that way. Fine, do that way.
Okay, let's move on to the next one here. This is Szron. Lesbian
Is that how
Szron.
you pronounce it?
I don't know. Szron. How else
I've
would you
never
pronounce
actually
it?
heard it pronounced. I just assumed it was Szron.
Szron. Could be Szron. I said Szron. Szron. I don't know. Szron means whore frost? What the fuck does that mean? Not whore, but hooer.
H-O-A-R?
H-O-A-R. What does that mean? Hooer frost.
That's kind of like ghostly, I think.
I kind of want to see if there's a way to pronounce this. I said Szron, you said Szron.
I mean, Szron sounds like you're talking about lesbians. So.
I know, that's why I said Szron.
Szron. That's how it is.
Szron?
Szron.
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 Nailed it.
Okay, you roll the R, it says on Google. Szron.
Szron.
Not Szron. What an asshole. Szron.
Yeah, that sounds
So-
like a porn movie for Harry Potter.
Scissorin.
Yeah, you're part of Scissorin.
Yeah, like Slytherin. Very good. I like
With
that.
all that being determined, I'm going to keep pronouncing it Szron.
Nice. Szron. Okay, yes, I didn't even mention the last album, what year it was from. That one was from 2013, everybody. This one is Szron The Purificating Flame of Annihilation from 2004 off under the sign of Garazel Productions. What do they have? We talked about, let's see, they have Bustum, they have
Bust 'em!
Arcona, Busty. They have Faust Coven,
Bust
Lord of,
'em!
Love of Evil, Lord of Evil. What? What? Love of Evil.
Scissoring love. What are you doing?
My love of evil. Yeah. Let's see. They have Otar. They have War. Yeah, some stuff, some crap. Yeah, but this seems to be. I don't know, man. I found this when I was writing our fake Polish album. I was looking for Polish bands, and I just had a bunch of them like stacked up in a playlist. And I thought that this album cover looked really cool. I assumed it would be a kind of simplistic, ugly black metal, and it is. The album art kind of reminds me of Clandestine Blaze, their first album, I believe. Forget what it's called. Fred probably knows.
Fire Burns in Our Heart.
No, the second one, I think.
Night of the Unholy Flames.
Yeah, this kind of looks like that, and it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. I might be wrong about this, but this kind of reminds me of Ad Hominem a little bit too.
I can see that.
In the sense that it's like groovy, and it also speeds up. Well, this one's sort of similar to the last one in the fact that it just kind of like does pretty similar. It doesn't. It goes mid pace to fast. That's what this one does, sort of. But this seems to like do a lot of encapsulation of black metal that exists up until 2004. So it doesn't do everything, but it does a lot. It kind of does these like epic atmospheric riffs, kind of like Finnish or French sounding things. And then it also does a lot of those like grooving. It does these like grooving black metal riffs a lot that would be prevalent in like, I don't know, like fucking the first like 3 Dark Throne albums or something. Maybe even like Nargaroth kind of did a similar style. Mm-hmm. Early Nargaroth.
I can see that.
And a lot of this sounded like fucking Aryan terrorism too, a little bit to me. Very groovy, very, very, very hateful.
See, I got a bit more of a war vibe out of it, like
war.
Yeah, well, not like feeling, not band. The like I wrote down like Countrymates, Infernal War, and Kriegsmaschine, but also Zyklon B and Niden, Division 187.
Zyklon B makes sense. But this is not as like blistering as that is. It does have the same.
Not.
It does have the same atmosphere. I so know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's got like the Holocaustic gas chamber fucking atmosphere to it.
Yeah.
Nuclear bomb going off atmosphere to it. Yeah,
which is a good atmosphere.
Yes, it is. Nuclear black metal, maybe to an extent. Yeah, I don't know how would this compare to like Polish black metal? Do you think?
I guess it depends on the Polish black metal you're referring to. If you're looking at the
there's not
more
much
traditional like
there's
Temple
not
of
much
Full Moon style. It's nowhere, not really close to that.
No, it's not really close to that at all. The it's got Thunderbolt here. Maybe is that possibly kinda close?
Maybe later Thunderbolt. The early Thunderbolt was much more Temple of Full Moon-ish.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how would like you kind of say the atmosphere is that Night in Division or that War or Zyklon B atmosphere, but it is doing a lot of different things than those bands do. Like those bands aren't really groovy; those are just kind of like blistering, deliberately ugly riffs. How do you place this as far as what goes on? Like with the riffs.
For whatever reason, it makes me think of like more Czech bands.
Mm-hmm.
And like everyone's gonna roll their eyes at me mentioning Maniac Butcher again, but they kind of have that constant assault sort of sound that Maniac Butcher have. It's on like Sorna Krev or whatever, right?
Sometimes, I mean, when I think of Maniac Butcher, again, that's like I know it's a band everybody likes. I haven't listened to them as much as I probably should have. But
That's
they
the
seem to
problem.
do a lot of things that are like rooted in the 80s. It almost seems like this band has gotten rid of a lot of that. Like even say with like early Gorgoroth or something where there's a lot of like straight up 80s type riffs and even
Mhm.
with a lot of the Norwegian bands. This seems to have just like stripped that away and they're kind of not there. Like 80s influence is sort of not in this, if that makes sense.
To a degree, like you can
Mhm.
still hear it like hovering on in the background, but it's not as much in the forefront as the other bands you mentioned, for sure.
Mhm. Well,
But
what do
it's
you
very,
make of this, Paulus?
Definitely the uglier of the two.
Mm-hmm.
I think what you're saying about like their more mid-paced parts kind of set them apart, and definitely is where they're shining more. A lot of like the faster parts are honestly their most boring sections,
Mm.
but when they really slow it down and have these different grooves that they go into, it seems like halfway through the album they start introducing stuff like that. Before it was just kind of like fast, slow, and then it would go into more mid-pace drumming and stuff. Towards like the latter half, I think songs like 6 through 9, they started really having those as like the main section. So I thought those were good.
Yeah, the
Um,
later half is definitely better.
yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think the faster parts, not it's like not as fast as like you said, like the like comparing it to like Nin Division and stuff like that. Like definitely not as fast as that stuff.
It's got like the
Depends on
same
the
lyrical.
sections,
It's
though.
got the same lyrical themes, and it's got like the same vibe that it's trying to portray, but it's not. It's just not a blistering band. It's just
Yeah,
kind of like
it seems like
it's almost like average black metal band in a certain way,
yeah, it
but
seems
maybe
like they're
slightly different
yeah, it seems like
somehow.
they're playing within their capabilities and not
Yeah.
really. It doesn't feel like they're really reaching for anything. They're just kind
No,
of
it doesn't. No,
like
it
they're
doesn't.
just playing something. So out of the two, this one was a little bit more boring, but
Hmm.
in a way, I guess you wouldn't suspect because you would think that the faster parts are, most engaging. But I
Hmm.
think they shine more doing their mid-pace sections that are, throughout the later half of the album. So that's kind of where I got from it with one listen. But it wasn't like I didn't want to turn it off or anything. I just kind of
Hmm.
wanted to see where it would go.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. There's something about I don't well I kind of brought up like ad hominem and like Nargaroth and Aryan terrorism. It really does seem like I don't even know who this is compared to. See if any of this makes sense. Thunderbolt is like the only one. Fred said Infernal War, but for like a different reason. And Darkened Nocturne Slaughter Cult. That actually might be a good one, just because that band and this band seem to be interested in just like what encapsulates black metal and how can they utilize that in like a lot of different ways while like maintaining an ugly like hateful atmosphere rather than anything that could be interpreted as like pretty or like space like or like anything that's really anything that's not just like ugly ass black metal. That's not like quote unquote true black metal or something. Because I do find that interesting when bands do that. Oh, you know who they're not on the similar artist, but the early stuff from White Wolf's Commando actually reminds me a lot of this. That might be slightly more interesting, might be slightly less interesting, but they have like a well-rounded idea of what you can do as like a sort of raw black metal band, which I like.
Mhm.
Like shit like that interests me. This kind of this holding on to the a certain essence of black metal.
I think to me, this at the end of the day, a lot of the riffing feels pretty Dark Throne. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the
the
groovier, slower parts.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like the production's pretty close. like Paul says, some of the groovier parts. This isn't terribly far or original from things we've heard before,
Yeah,
but it's definitely a lot of fun.
it is fun. I like it. I think that the black metal guy, or not the black metal guy, sorry, the death metal guy actually brought this up during I think the what was it called, the fucking Nocturne like reveal episode. He was talking about people getting into black metal nowadays, where they just go online and they'll listen to the classics. Where he said his idea was like, that's not a good idea to do that, just because you're getting like the best of the best, or like the huge classics or whatever. He said the best idea would be like get like a handful of random black metal albums. It's like, if you like this stuff, then you like black metal. If you're like, if this sounds like something you'd be into, I feel like this would be a perfect album to have for like either a noob or a seasoned person who just likes the style. You know what I mean? Like, it's solid. What do you think of that point?
I'm trying to think of how I got into black metal and how that would have worked for me.
I listen to a lot of random stuff, so I think I kind of get it.
I kind of did go straight to the classics, to be honest.
Fred.
Because like I remember my first albums were like Emperor, Dark Throne, Mayhem, Burzum, like all those got into my discography pretty early on.
It's okay,
So
Paul. You had the physicals.
It's true.
True.
And obviously, like Bathory was pretty early on too. So I don't. It's true that you hear the best ones first, and then you're like. But then you're just looking for stuff that's as good, and when you come across it, it's really rewarding, right? I feel like if you start off with the more mundane black metal bands,
Yes.
I mean,
Bro,
you might not even get into it.
just listen to ARG, bro.
The Turkish band?
No, what's it called? You know, the one that's just like ... ARG.
Yeah, I think they're from Turkey.
Are they?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought them up. Arr, they had that song that goes.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Like, that was shit that I was listening in high
Me
school.
too. Me too. I was listening to a bunch of random shit.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Were we talking about that recently?
No, it was just going through alphabetically on fucking archives.
Oh wow, yeah, dude.
Like
Arg.
in high school, yeah.
You listened to that one in particular, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Fred, you know that band Arg?
I know Blurg, but
No,
I don't
there's
think I know
Arg.
Arg. I don't think I know them. No.
See, that was only the guys me and Paul's age, or in our age bracket, know this stuff. This is like the golden age of YouTube. No one nowadays is ever going to come across that on YouTube.
Yeah,
but back in the day, we were lucky enough to have our
Yeah, it has like the Negative Space album cover. It's really good.
yeah, it's quite good. I think it had a drum machine.
Rular Fitzsigur.
I think that's why it's so surprising when kids actually find stuff that I listened to a long time ago, like 15, 20 years ago. Like for example, some kids like a few years ago uploaded Reek of Shits. I'm like, oh dude, that's one of those YouTube specials for me. Reek of Shits, all right. So that excites me. Embalming Theater was another one, the one with the gorilla ripping the dude open on the operating table. Yeah, stuff like that.
But yeah. Don't listen to the classics, listen to ARG.
Listen to some mundane, stupid stuff. Oh, you know, it was another one. Unholy Goat Fucker. That was another one too.
You know, all I remember is learning about different black metal bands and thinking to myself, you know, there's Dark Throne, there's whatever, and going to Google, I mean, like, there must be a band called Dark Funeral, and Googling that and finding Dark Funeral, being like, yeah, all right, that's basically exactly what I expected.
I had Dark Funeral's, I forget what the name of it is, Satana Mobsium, something like that, the blue one that looks indiscernible.
Vobiscum Satanas?
Yeah, I had that CD. I remember like wanting to like it. I'm like, this is real black metal, and I was listening. I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
That one's that one's okay. Like, if you're gonna go Dark Funeral, obviously Secrets of the Black Arts is the way to go. But not gonna lie, Diabolic Centurium, pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might be on the Jub train. I might be because he's not a fan of that band at all, and I think I might be in that too.
Okay, but have you heard Secrets of the Black Arts? And
I have.
self-titled.
I have. I think my initial thought was like, it's okay, but let me listen to it again, just to give Fred his due, due.
Well,
Listen. So before you go to that one, listen to the EP, because that is much more traditional black metal. This before they went like super blasty.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like that, there's something wrong with you.
Okay.
Secrets of the Black Arts, I get it. That's very, very. That's like the blasty album to end all blasty albums, right?
Well, the big thing is Poser Chris is really into that band, and that kind of like turns me off.
yeah.
That's not Dark Funeral's fault.
Anyways, would you guys like to get into a mediocre sort of solid enough amateurish black metal track? I'm kind of happy that we have this. I've been wanting to do some boring black metal.
Let's go.
Like it's been a long time coming. So do either of you guys have a track you'd like to do? Because I want to do the final track. If anybody has one that they liked.
I like Total Cleansing, but
I like that one too. I like that one too.
I don't
like
know.
there's very little to not like about this album. It might not be the most original thing out there, but it's a lot of fun.
Okay. I have Total Cleansing. I have the time up on
Alright.
black metal videos.
We'll be right back. All right, we're back from total cleansing. I felt pretty cleansed.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I feel cleansed of like stuff that's like, oh wow, this is really creative. This is really original. This isn't original. It's not necessarily creative. It's sort of it's sort of just like, oh, it sounds like these guys like black metal.
Yeah.
And they like they made an album, and
This one kind of-
I like it.
This one kind of just runs the gamut of what I like about this band. Like the opening was, again, kind of Naiden Zyklon B for me. Maybe not as blasty, but the riff was definitely there. And
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It was
riff is
about as
it's
fast as they
it's
go.
a hateful riff, dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, I can hear that. Yeah.
Simplistic,
and
hateful.
then they kind of just bounce around different Dark Throne eras for a while, and that's fine too. Yeah, there's, like I said, absolutely nothing really original about this, but it's well done. It's fun. What's not to like?
I like the transitions that they did. I thought they were pretty interesting.
Mhm.
They like, so from the fast part, he goes dun 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 into the Crust the Lies riff, which is pretty good. I like that. And then after that, they stop. They go doink, and then the bass goes do do do, and then they like go into another. I think either go back to the fast part or into another like groove kind of riff. And then yeah, it kind of ends with that, just like a pretty much a Black Doom riff with a really nice tail end that sounds sort of melancholic. It sounds a bit French. It reminded me of something I did with my old band, Akamana. Remember that Doom part, Paul, with Angel was like doof, doof.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And then we went into a Ram Lord. Well,
Oh no.
we all agreed. I know Fred wasn't here for that part, but me, you, and the Black Metal guy all agreed that was like the sickest part of the Ram Lord record.
Yeah.
That climactic thing, that was badass.
Yeah, but same thing here. The ending was just so great. Just the tom hits and, like you said, that tail end of the riff too, where it kind of sounds melancholic. Just those like two chords hit at the end, really good.
Yeah. Well, what was there, like 4 or 5 riffs in this?
Yeah, they're just bouncing between the faster one and then the like kind of chuggy Dark Throne riff.
I will say I am impressed by like it seems like they really didn't run out of ideas. It just seemed like they did everything organically. Like, oh, what would be cool for this next part?
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It sounds very like teenage amateurish, which is perfect for stuff like this, I think.
Yeah,
They
and
just
this
did what they
is-
wanted to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's
without rhyme or reason.
It's a 2-man band too, so it's just guitar, bass and vocals, one guy, and then
That
drums.
picture kind of looks full moonish, doesn't it? Like Temple of Full Moon.
So I think there's some sort of simplicity to that. Just two guys in a room jamming and writing songs together.
Yeah, can relate.
Let's get into the next one. Then you want to get into the final track?
Yeah. There's really not too much to say. I kind of just wanted to bring this on for the fuck of it, and we can end relatively early, I guess. Fred can hopefully get to bed by 12.
Yeah.
That ship sailed.
It has 24 minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh well, by 1. He'll get to bed by 1. Yeah. I wanted to do the final track, which is at 36:58.
The Night of Our Retribution.
That's right. That's a cool name. Cool
All
title.
right. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back from the song that didn't know how to change. Fade out. Stop. Okay,
It was-
let's start up. Let's
the
start.
stop went boom. That's the way it stopped.
Stop.
You just segued with, and we're back from black metal,
Yeah. True.
which is fine. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, this one didn't know how to transition. They just like would stop, and then they go boom, and then be like, and it's just like that one riff. It's a good riff, no shit. I don't think there are any bad riffs here. Nothing about this is lame. Honestly, the vocals are really good too. Like everything
Yeah,
about
they are.
this is actually pretty good. The only thing weird is like the transitions, but honestly, that kind of is charming. I like that.
Yeah, it just made me laugh.
There's like a bit of hopefulness and like angst in this. That's really cool. Again, I look at this album cover and I feel like it seems very seasoned. It seems like these dudes knew what the fuck they were doing. Even though they look like relatively young and like kind of goofy in these pictures. But I think that's what's great about stuff like this. It's like some of these dudes they are either taking themselves so seriously or they're just not, and like they're willing to look like what they look like, and then like I don't know, just kind of have these like amateurish albums that look great and like just fit the bill, dude. This fits the bill. This is sick.
Yeah.
This is fucking grim, dude.
It kind of reminded me of again, a Czech band, but the Czech Inferno. Not so
Yeah,
much
dude. I totally get that. That's almost the same.
not so much the first album, but like second one onwards until
Yeah.
they went like more orthodox. But it's very much just like straightforward black metal.
Like
And I love-
all-encompassing black metal, sort of.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love Inferno.
that's a
I think
great-
they're
great comparison.
So it's definitely not a complaint.
I heard their first album. I don't know that I've ever heard the second one.
The first one has a bit more of a pagan undertones going along, but
Yeah.
I think like second and third ones are basically just straight black metal.
Like just hateful.
Yeah, yeah,
I like that. I like the idea that there's like different themes, and one of the themes for black metal is like, oh, hate. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of the. I don't want to even call this ugly black metal, because I would reserve that for like Black Death, or not Black Death, Black Murder, and also like Trifane. This one is more just like hateful black metal, which is it's cool shit. It's hateful. It's a little bit medieval sounding, like in a very abstract kind of way, but yeah, this fits the bill. It's very cool. I just had to bring on one of these. We hadn't done anything like this yet. That was so straightforwardly black metal in like I don't even want to say like it's super amateurish, because it's pretty good. I was impressed by it, even though it is not the most original. Still impressed with me.
I think the songwriting is a bit.
It's
well,
clunky.
Yeah, it's amateurish, but the execution's well
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
That's
I
kind
think
of all
so
I care
too.
about.
Me too. I think it's a good one.
Paul?
Any last words from the hippies? That's you, hippies. Black metal hillbillies. What did I say? Hipster hillbillies.
Yeah, hipster hillbillies.
All right. What say you, hipster hillbillies?
I dig it.
All right.
Yeah,
It's,
I thought it was
yeah.
a good release. I think you guys kind of molded my mind a little bit about it being more hateful than like ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, and like we heard in the two samples here, the slower parts are their best where they shine. Otherwise, it's just kind of like, I think that kind of sets them apart from being more generic. It's just like that amateurish quality, and like I think we were talking about last time, like bands like on demos are willing to do something a little bit
This
more
is one of
interesting.
those. This is one of those moments.
Yeah, like instead of trying to go for some grandiose, like, oh, when I play this riff, there's tremolo chord a little bit higher.
This
octave.
is just like these guys like black metal and they're gonna play different kinds of riffs when they want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has that whenever I mentioned that an episode or two ago, this is exactly what I was talking about. Something a little more like this.
Yeah, where they don't have any anything to prove. They're just playing things that they want to play,
Yeah, totally.
which is refreshing to hear.
Yeah. And I don't think the fast parts are bad either. Like I feel like they're needed.
Yeah.
And they don't come up that often. Like there's more groove to this than there is.
I think there's a
those
lot
fast
more of
parts.
those faster parts in the beginning of the album, and like I said, towards the when you go from the middle to the end, there's a lot more of the mid-pace parts, which I liked
Yeah.
a lot more.
A lot groovier,
Yeah, it starts kicking in at like the third track, probably. Christian hater.
Yeah, like I thought it was gonna be.
What'd you say, dude?
That's you.
Yeah,
Songs
Christian
of-
hater.
songs about me, dude.
Christian resistance, holy terror.
Yeah. But yeah, good pick. I do like the other one more than this one, but I just have to give this one more time, I guess. But
Yeah, that one's a little bit more like pro. It's a little bit more of a professional sounding thing.
yeah,
This one's like friends doing stuff. That other one sounded like those guys had something to prove, and I think they did,
yeah,
I
definitely.
think I preferred this
or
one.
something to like build on. You know,
Wilfred?
I think I preferred this one.
that's okay.
Which
I
one?
knew I had a feeling that Fred would prefer one of these, and I also had
Well-
and I also had a feeling that Paul would prefer one of these. I kind of had a feeling that you both. I was hoping
be
both of
opposite?
you guys wouldn't hate both of them.
No.
I was like, did I just do the worst thing ever? Did I just bring on two albums that were like shitty and like everyone's just gonna crap on me for an hour or two? Because that could have been the case. See, last time Paul was saying the same thing about his picks. He's like, I'm glad it went this way. Same thing. I'm glad it went down this way. That's a like whew moment.
Yeah, I got
You like go to
I
bed,
think they're all-
go
I
to
think
bed
they're
like
all
not
great.
punching the pillow like Frasier, you know?
I thought they were both great, to be honest. Like they're both
Yeah,
good.
I thought so too. Both good Polish.
Which do you
Thingies.
prefer, Dan?
Don't know, man. I actually think I like these albums equally. That's why I picked them. Because, dude, I think I told you before we did this, or I was talking to Julian. I'm like, I have two albums that I want to do, but I cannot choose between them. So I just did both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't choose between the two. Like, I like them equally. They both do different things, but I like them equally.
Yeah, definitely shows the sort of variety that you can get within the same country and the same genre. So good for Black Metal History Month. So
All right, sweet. Looking forward to Fred's picks next week. Yeah.
Shit, yeah.